Hello, my name is Bradley Evans. I'm 19-year-old from Wales and I'm doing media production. I joined media production because I'm really passionate about filmmaking. I started filmmaking when I was about 15 years old after watching the film Birdman and Whiplash. After watching those films, I was so amazed by the art of filmmaking that I wanted to do it myself. I chose Derby because I was looking for a place that would allow me to do a lot of practical stuff in the course and outside the course, and Derby was like very accepting of side projects outside the course, which that appeals to me a lot. And I also saw some short films that previous students that did media production at Derby did, and I was like amazed by them, and I want to make stuff like that. Like I saw one called A Girl's Story, and that short film was just amazing, and that was made by a media production student in Derby, and that's why I chose to come here. My inspirations would be Damien Chazelle. He's an amazing filmmaker, and every film that he's made so far has been my favourite film of that year. He's like very young filmmaker, and like I think he's the youngest director to win Best Director at the Oscars. His films appeal to me because like the core of the story like appeals to me a lot. Like in Whiplash, like the protagonist I can like relate to a lot, and like a lot of his films speak to me on that level. So he's a massive inspiration because like the films that he makes, I would make stuff like that. So he's my biggest inspiration. I plan to do a lot of filmmaking projects here to boost up my show reel. I want to learn from people like Phil, people like Alex, people like Morris, because they have a lot of experience in the industry, and I want to know as much before going into the industry. I want to have a lot of stuff, a big profile of stuff before I go into the industry, so that I can walk into a job and be like, this is the amount of stuff I've done, and then they'll see that and see what I'm capable of. Outside the course, there's a lot of stuff that I'm in early pre-production for. I do like music videos and stuff outside the course. I've already shot one outside the course, but I'm working on 2 feature-length films. That like we're working on 2 scripts for feature-length film, possibly, and then we're going to look at which one we should do. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Tomorrow, I have an interview with the art museum in Derby. I'm hoping because they want to do filmmaking stuff, and it would be great to work with them. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm working on outside the course. I've made a lot of projects so far. I've done like 50 so far. A lot are like music videos that you can like shoot in like a week or 2 weeks. But then there are bigger ones as well that I've worked on. It's like I've worked on a half-hour documentary about baptisms, and that took a few months to do. I've done short films, and those have taken a while to do. But the biggest project I've done so far is a feature-length documentary about local music in South Wales. That's an hour and 40 minutes, and it took me ages to get the people to interview. The interviews took ages, and editing all that footage took me so long. That's the biggest project that I've worked on so far. I want to tell like stories that capture people. I want basically so that someone in the future will look at me as I look at Damien Chazelle and be like, he's an inspiration. Because Damien Chazelle, he started from like he just built himself up. Like he was making like short films, and like Whiplash was a short film like turned into a feature. Like he built himself up. I want someone to look at me in that way and be like, wow, he started from there and now look what he's doing. So I've been Bradley Evans. This has been all about me. Goodbye.